This is a little mini tutorial for Megan of how to get your push cutters and use your foam clay with it without it sticking. I know Megan said that she had a little bit of difficulty getting it out, so I'm going to cover this. I have never used these before, so these are brand new in the box. You can purchase these on the buy, I think it's called. I've not worked with Liz, like I said before. I won't be colouring them or anything else. I just want to discuss how to stop it sticking. The video will be private on my YouTube, so the link will go up on Facebook, and no one else will be able to see it other than anyone that clicks on the link. I have worked out how to do that, so if there's anybody else that wants me to run through anything, obviously those videos will be private with the links on our little Facebook page. So greaseproof paper is going to be your friend, should we call it, for your cutters. So get yourself, this is just a cutting mat, and I've just wrapped mine in greaseproof paper. This is tip number 1, greaseproof paper. Tip number 2 is plain flour. So it's just all-purpose flour. I keep mine in a little pot, so you're going to need to refer back to that in a second. Now, Bose foam clay is the best clay to use, so I'm not quite sure which clay you are using. Now, when it comes out, the pot, you'll feel like it's got sort of a watery consistency on it. So you need to give this a good mix and get it to the temperature of your hands. The easiest way to do that is just keep stringing it, just like slime, for a good 2 to 3 minutes. Once you have done that and it's come to the temperature of your body heat, should we call it, what you will need to do now is colour your clay. If you are, I don't know, let's do the Jammy Dodger, because I think there's a little bit more detail on this one. So if you are using the Jammy Dodger biscuit, just go in with a biscuit base, pop it in inside your clay, and then again give it a mix. Like I say, I'm not going to colour these. I just want to show you. So obviously you've put your colour in, and again you're going to give it a good mix. Once you add your acrylic paint, again it will stop your clay being really sticky. It will harden it up a little bit, but I want to show you just on the white, because obviously this is a little bit more stickier than if you was to colour it. So next, taking some all-purpose flour, even if you've coloured your clay, it will help it stop it sticking. So just sprinkle this on the top, just like you're baking a cake or rolling out some dough, and the bottom. So you need quite a lot. And then again, you're just going to mix this into your clay. That will take off all the stickiness. You might not need to do this stage, obviously, if you have coloured it with your acrylic paint, because it will be, you know, quite stiff already. It will not go mouldy over time either. I've had flour bakes from 4 or 5 years ago, and it's absolutely fine. I know there was a question regarding flour bugs. You do not get that. So once you've now took all the stickiness off and you have coloured your clay, this is the middle part of your cutter. If you are wondering what these tops are, not on the bourbon, not on this one. There's one on this one. This gives you your middle for your Jammy Dodger. So that's another little cutter. Now you need to prep these. So again, just pull it up, if I can hold it. Sprinkle again some all-purpose flour inside. You can use a paintbrush, just tap it out, and make sure you have covered all the inner part. Now I know some people use like baby oil and things like that. I just find it gives a sort of shiny coat on your clay, and then what will happen is, if you are doing the shading with your paint or your eyeshadow, it tends to stick on the areas where your baby oil is. So I would stick with flour. Now to prep it, once all your flour is in place, we're not going to cut it out first. We're just going to lay our clay on the top. And you're just going to squish this in. So we're just prepping our little cutter, just by giving it a couple of goes to stop it getting sticky. Can you see it's still sticking? This is just going to give you, again, an indication of whether you are ready and if you've prepped it enough. So again, just dip into your flour. Once your cutters are prepped, you will not need to go through this stage. It's because they are new. And it will get to the point, because I'm guessing it's going like this with you. Let's push it out. You will have to do that stage a good 2 to 3 times to the point where everything is now coated. And now take an acrylic rolling pin. Your greaseproof paper will stop it sticking to any surface, and it has to be an acrylic rolling pin. So I'm just going to roll this out just a little bit, just so I know the thickness of here. You can obviously lift it up so it's about there. And then again, all-purpose flour, just a little bit on the top. And then place your cutter inside, push this down, putting quite a lot of weight on it. Your greaseproof paper is now going to help you lift up your clay, and then you will see where you need to pull out the bottom. And now what you're going to do is, if I can do it, let me do it on this surface. Take your pusher, should we call it, and then you're just going to gently push it down like this. So don't be tempted to keep hold of it and try and push it out. And then you're going to lightly just take that off. And then just roll down any edges where it's caught. You can then dip into the all-purpose flour again and just go in the middle of your little jammy dodger. And then to create the bottom, obviously you can go as thin or as thick as you like. Just roll out the rest of your clay. So the clay is prepped. And the cutter is now prepped. This is going to give you the base. So again, just make it a little bit thinner. Push it down. Lift it off your greaseproof paper. As you can see, the more times you use it, the better it becomes. Just lift that off. And again, pop your little plunger, or whatever we're going to call it. Just gently push that down and just roll that over the top. Just squeeze down any excess clay. And that is going to give you your base for your jammy dodger. I haven't really lined it up, but just to show you. You can go as thick, as thin as you like. So I hope that helps, Megan. Let me know how you get on. See you soon.